Welcome back, beautiful warriors. Hannah here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be different in light of the currently occurring Veganuary. If you haven't heard of Veganuary, it's basically an attempt to make people more aware of the whole vegan movement and for people to try out veganism just for the month of January, potentially longer if they like the lifestyle. But yeah, for this reason, I decided it was time to share a video that was really food related for you all to enjoy some just lovely, lovely vegan recipes. So here we go. I think in terms of going vegan, for many people it's very difficult to let go of, well, just meat and having meat at the base of every meal. For me that was never really a problem because for me it was always all about the starches and the carbs and lots of vegetables anyway, so going vegan for me was quite easy. But for people that eat a lot of meat, I think a first step could be to transition to plant-based meat alternatives. Obviously there's many things out there that just do not taste quite the same as actual meat, with the exception being the Beyond Meat burger. If you haven't tried that, give that a go. It is so much like an actual burger. But I do think there's some other alternatives out there that, although they do not taste quite the same, they have really good health benefits, and they're really quite tasty and they're a good substitute. So with that in mind, I contacted The Hobbit, a company that I'm very, very fond of. I've used some of their products before and they agreed to send me some more of their products. So for this video, I tried out some of their spreads. I tried out their lupin, their tempeh, their natto, some mini hamburgers, and some tofu blocks, and some different kinds of mince. So with these ingredients you can obviously make loads and loads of different recipes, but I decided to just share with you my review of the products, the things that I made with the products, and why I really like this company so much. First off, the mince. Obviously I had to start with this because as a non-vegan, I feel like mince is used in so many different things: pasta sauces, chilies, oven casserole dishes, etc, etc. To be just a little bit stereotypical and mainstream, I used both the tofu and the seitan mince that I got for a bolognese sauce, and honestly it was so nice. I do have to say that the texture was a little bit different than actual mince, and in order to overcome that problem I just crunched up some walnuts and added that into the sauce in order to create a bit of a crunchier texture and to really recreate that flavor that you get with real mince. In order to make the sauce really pop, I also added some red wine and some Marmite, and then of course some veggies. On to the next recipe, the tofu blocks. Honestly, you can use this in anything. For this one, I don't think I really need to provide a specific recipe. You can put it in curries, you can have it as a side to potatoes or rice or quinoa dishes. It is so versatile that I think this was probably one of my favorite products in the whole box. Next, I got several spreads. So I got an almond and leek spread, and I got a broccoli and tofu spread, and I got a red pepper and walnut spread. These you can obviously use to top sandwiches or crackers. You can also use it to dip things into. So if you're making fries, or if you have a quinoa dish or a grain-based dish without any sauce, this is really nice on the side to dip things into. And that is exactly what I did with all of these spreads, and I loved every single one of them. Especially the pepper and walnut dip was so damn good, and I'm definitely buying it again. Next, tempeh. I love tempeh for so many reasons. It's really good for you because it is fermented, so very good for your gut bacteria. And if you marinate it, it tastes wonderful. I also tried the lupin, which was actually quite similar to the tempeh, and you can use it in very similar kinds of dishes. So for both these products, I marinated them and had them sort of as little bacon strips with mashed potatoes, and you can obviously have it with whatever other dish you like. It's also really nice. Stirred into stir fries or chopped into little blocks in other dishes. Tempeh is the ideal meat replacement product because it is composed of whole fermented soybeans, which is healthier, richer in fiber, and also more easily digestible than the non-fermented varieties, such as those found in tofu, for example. It contains all essential amino acids and is full of healthy fatty acids without providing any cholesterol at all. Lupin is quite similar, but it is actually a legume. It is processed sort of in the same way as tempeh. It is cholesterol reducing and consists of about 40 to 45% protein and 25 to 30% fiber. It contains omega-3, 6 and 9 fatty acids, and like tempeh, it has not been genetically modified, and it has been fermented, providing beneficial gut bacteria.
Holy gosh darn. That's the best tempeh I've ever tried. I honestly just love tempeh. Usually I'll marinate it in some soy sauce with some smoked paprika, garlic, some black pepper. You could also add honey or maple syrup if you like, and some olive oil. Today I got home from work. I couldn't be asked to marinate anything. I was really hungry, so I just sort of fried this up in some olive oil. And this is just really, really nice. I just topped it with a little bit of salt. That's it. It's really good, guys. I love it.
Next, the hamburgers. These were quite different from the other products, and they were really nice as little chicken nuggets or a replacement of the sort. They obviously tasted very differently. They're a bit like falafels, but honestly, who doesn't like falafels?
Hemp too is chock full of protein and fiber. In fact, I have some hemp powder as well that I tend to put in my oats in the morning. It contains copious vitamins such as B1, B3 and B5, as well as important minerals such as magnesium, potassium, iron, zinc, phosphorus and more.
So I just tried the mini hemp burgers and they were really, really, really nice. So by pan frying them, the outside got really crunchy, but the inside was nice and moist and just really flavorful. I did sort of saute them with my veg, so they became a little mushier, but yeah, that's sort of my fault. But I really enjoyed them, and I'm really looking forward to trying out all of the other cool little things that we got, especially natto, which is something I've heard about, but have never ever tried. Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
The only product of the bunch that I actually disliked was the natto. I'd never tried it before, so I was really, really excited to try it out. But yeah, that didn't quite go as planned. Let's just put in some footage here so that you can see my experience making and trying natto for the first time.
Okay, I'm not a big fan. No. Okay, so I always say there's nothing I don't like. But I actually don't like that.
So there you have it. Several recipe ideas for Veganuary. I obviously make loads and loads more different things with and without meat replacements and alternatives. So do check out my What I Eat for some more inspiration this month. Thank you very much to The Hobbit for this wonderful collaboration. If you haven't tried out their products, then I definitely recommend you try them out.
So why buy these products from The Hobbit? You know, there's so many other companies out there that sell tofu and tempeh and the like. So why not buy from any other manufacturers? Well, because The Hobbit's a Belgian company. End of story. Just kidding. Although that is pretty cool. The main reason I like The Hobbit so much is because of their delicious, fresh, healthy, sustainable, and varied product range. The Hobbit only uses non-GMO, biologically certified soybeans from Brazil and from Germany for their tofu and their tempeh products. These have been obtained from good working conditions where work safety, equal chances, and child protection are considered priority. They have very close relationships with their farmers, and this too, I think, is really important. In fact, the story behind the sourcing of their Brazilian soybeans is quite an interesting one. The Brazilian soybeans are cultivated on land tended by an association of farmers that previously lost their land as a result of the Brazilian economic and social reality. In the mid-1990s, I believe it was 1994, the big soy producers had taken over all of their land, and this new chance at cooperation with The Hobbit has provided these over 120 farmers a chance to, once again, build a future for themselves. By supporting vegetarian and vegan eating, The Hobbit moreover encourages the reduction of its consumers' carbon footprint tenfold, all while supporting and stimulating the ecosystem and biodiversity in the process of the production of their goods. The company, moreover, supports Indonesian rice growers, relies on recycled materials in their offices, and honestly simply has the most environmentally oriented outlook of pretty much any company I'm aware of. Currently, it is true that their products are still wrapped in loads and loads of plastic. But even this is something they are looking into and working to reduce. So I think that's incredible because about 80% of plastic produced over the last 70 years has been thrown away, either into landfills or into the general environment, and more than 8 million tons go into the oceans every year. It is estimated that there will be more plastic than fish by 2050, and 99% of all the seabirds on the planet will have consumed some. Any effort to reduce this, in my eyes, is incredible and completely worthwhile. But it doesn't stop here. 18% of the Hobbit's energy use comes from the energy generated by their very own solar panels, of which they have 260,000. They also have 95 windmills. And they're looking to improve even more and more every day. So no, this video is not sponsored by them. But yes, I do urge you to check out their products if they are available near you. Experiment with them, try them out in some of your own recipes, and be sure to tag me. I'd love to see what you get up to. Anyway, more information and some links can be found below this video. Be sure to make your own contributions this Veganuary, and I hope to see you soon. Subscribe, like, and bye for now.